Alright, hey guys. Today I'm going to be doing a story time on something that happened to me a few days ago that I found pretty funny. There's just going to be some Minecraft gameplay in the background, just me screwing around, not really doing anything in particular, but just playing Minecraft, getting the game started. The beginning of the game is probably the most uninteresting thing, but it is whatever. Focus is a story, not the gameplay. So, anyway, started off by saying I like to go on walks to clear my head. Just it's my preferred way. Just pop the tunes on, go for a bit of a walk. Really helps relax me. Whatnot. Everyone has their way of relaxing. That's just my favorite. So, a place that I like to go often, it's pretty close to my house, it's my old elementary school. Now, I don't go when school's in, because I just feel a little bit weird about that. But, right now we're under quarantine, and there's no school. So, I go there, and there's this little ledge that I like to sit on. It's like there's a pretty large area, and then there's behind that just a ledge. You can see over everything, get some nice fresh air. It's just a pleasant place, is the gist. And so I go there. I'm just sitting down, chilling to music on this little ledge, and after a few minutes, I see this group of four or five kids that come up on bikes. And I'm gonna say leader, but I'm gonna say that pretty loosely. He was just the guy that confronted me first. But he comes up to me, and this dude's on his little bike. They're all probably about 14 years old, unathletic looking. I'm not trying to insult, but like they were kind of coming up trying to threaten me. So just putting in the perspective, not trying to insult them, just saying it how it is. They're these group of unathletic 14-year-olds, and one of them comes up to me, and the main leader dude has like this full-on motorcycle helmet, which is just kind of funny to me. That's not really like relevant to the actual story, but I just found that pretty funny. Why do you need that that helmet for a bicycle? But they come up to me, and this main guy goes like, "Hey, dude, you're in our spot. We're gonna need you to move like now. This is our spot. You can't be here." And when people come up to me like that, like making a demand or whatever, I'm not gonna be very open to it. That's how I am. Like I'm gonna be pretty damn stubborn if you just come up to me like that and start making demands. Like I think that's pretty reasonable. Like that's just not a normal thing to do. Just come up to a person you've never met and demand something of them. Like obviously I said no when they like demanded that I moved out of their spot, quote unquote. So I said no because no. And they got a little bit heated, like, dude, this is our spot, like, if everyone knows this. And I was like, maybe all your buddies know this, maybe you can intimidate them into making this your spot or whatever, but I don't care. I'm not moving. And it goes back and forth a little bit of them basically just trying to demand, and me really just saying like no. Which I feel is pretty reasonable. Like still, like if they had come up to me and been like, "Hey, we really like this spot. Could you please give us a spot?" I would have moved, because the spot really wasn't that important to me. But the way they went about it just ticked me off. It put me off the wrong way. And so I was like, no, I'm not gonna move for you guys. You're rude and all that, whatever. And they were like, all right, we'll see. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess I don't really care. But And so they go down. They're gone for a couple minutes, and I see them walking back up the hill that you used to get up to the school. And this isn't really a relevant fact, but I just want to point out that the dad was walking up the hill faster than they were on their bikes going up the hill. So even less intimidating, basically. But so they finally reach me, and the dad's just like, alright, I hear you and my son having some problems. And I just pretty calmly said, like, I don't have a problem. Like, it's your son that was having the problem. That's that. And he was like, oh yeah, like, don't talk about my son that way. Who do you think you are to talk about my son that way? And I was like, first of all, what way? I just said I'm not gonna move. And also, I'll say whatever I want, like whenever I want, because I don't know you. You're being rude. I don't care. Now that might be a little bit wrong, but I still feel like it's pretty reasonable. Like, I could have come off a little bit nicer, but like, he's coming up to me. I'm just trying to chill, basically, and he's not letting that happen. So I'm just like, your son's the one that had the problem. Like, I don't know what the deal is really, but I'm not gonna move if you're just gonna be demanding like this. And he was getting a little closer, kind of trying to like flex on me or whatever. He really wasn't intimidating, but so he was trying to like flex or whatever. And let me just paint the picture of what this guy looked like. He was like a little bit overweight, kind of short. He had these dad sunglasses on. He was bald, and I told him straight up when he was getting closer, like, dude, you look like a thumb. You're not intimidating me. Why don't you leave? We can. I don't know what's going on. We can leave the situation behind us, but I don't know what we're doing here, basically. But I called him a thumb, and that kind of pissed him off. So he's trying to get more up in my face. He's like, alright bro, you want to take this outside? And I calmly pointed out that we in fact already were outside, which got him more angry. I probably could have left that comment and just said no, but it was pretty funny, so I said it. And he was like, you know what I mean? And he pointed at the blacktop where it was more open and whatever, and I was like, okay, I mean, I don't understand why you want to fight me. And he was like, he paused for a second and was like, alright, we're gonna need you to move or we're gonna have problems. And I was like, you can have problems all you want, but the way you're going about this is wrong. So, he was trying to get up in my face, and so with this whole quarantine thing going on, I didn't have a mask on because I was alone. I didn't expect anything like this to happen. I live in a pretty peaceful neighborhood. Things like this don't happen often. But so neither of us had masks on. I think he should probably have had a mask because he was with other people, and none of the kids had masks on. But that's kind of besides the point. So he was trying to get up in my face, like I could smell his breath, basically. It was gross. But you know when guys do that thing where they're like getting up in each other's faces, like less than an inch away from kissing each other when they're about to fight or whatever? I've always found that kind of weird, to be honest. Like I've never really understood that. Why is that? I don't know. But that's besides the point. He was just trying to flex, trying to make himself look big, and trying to get up in my face and whatever. And it wasn't working on me because I really didn't care. If he was gonna fight me, I knew I could handle myself well. I'm not trying to like brag or anything, but I was a wrestler for multiple years, and if you're trying to fight me, I'm just gonna grapple you, handle you on the ground, and you're not gonna be able to do anything. So So I figure, like, if this guy's actually gonna fight me, I probably don't want to be sitting down. So I stand up, and at this point I was still trying to gauge whether this dude was actually crazy enough to fight me over something this dumb. But when I stand up, I was a good head taller than him. And for a second he looked just a little bit flustered from that. Ooh, this is cool. I'll explore this later, so I have more material. But oh, where was I? Oh god. Okay, so I basically just told him, like, hey man, if you're gonna fight me, swing. Like, I don't know why you would, but if you're gonna fight me, or just leave, because this is pointless and stupid. And I figured, like, a direct approach like that, I could sense that I feel like he didn't want to fight. So I made the direct approach of just saying, like, hey, if you're gonna fight me, or leave. Just trying to discontinue the situation. And he just sort of looked for a sec, looked back at the kids, and then he looked at the kids and goes, alright boys, this punk ain't worth our time, and then starts to walk away. And I cannot hold back my laughter, because I'm not a punk. I'm just straight up, I'm not a punk. And someone calling me that over something this dumb was pretty hilarious. I probably should have held off, but he just turns back and gives me like a death stare as he's walking away, just keeps on staring down, and that kind of makes me laugh harder. Honestly, I should probably not have laughed, but I did, and he kept walking away, thankfully. I always find it best if you can defuse, oh god, if you can defuse the situation, you should, because fighting should be a last resort, really, in my opinion. You can hold your own opinions, but if I can avoid fighting, I will, because that's just the way I am. I don't think fighting is a good thing, really. I think it's more of a last resort. You can hold different opinions, but that's mine, and I wanted, if I could defuse this situation as opposed to fighting this stupid guy over something really stupid, then I was gonna defuse, like, plain and simple. I don't know what was going through his head, to be honest. I have a feeling that the boys told him that I did something. I honestly don't know what they would have told him. I got no real context to why this guy was so angry at me, but yeah, I thought that was kind of a funny story, just a weird thing that happened to me the other day, and wanted to share it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I would really appreciate a like, a comment, or even a subscribe. Would really help me out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.